Welcome to part 2 of the top 40 anime openings. Now let's begin with the next number. Number 30, the Robotech theme. Okay, yeah. Robotech is questionably an anime, questionably not. I still consider it an anime since it was technically made from 3 totally different anime combined into one. So I still count it as an anime since it was originally made in Japan. But out of the way, this one spot goes solely to nostalgia. I've actually heard this theme, or at least a remixed version of it, since I was a kid. And I'll be honest, I loved it as a kid. When I heard the original version, well, I didn't think it was quite as good. I did enjoy it, and it did give me nostalgia of playing the video game Robotech Battle Cry, as well as made me want to watch the show, which is all you really need. No song, just instruments. And that's why it is my number 30. Number 29, Megami SS's second opening. Okay, I admit that this one's a bit more cutesy and ootsy and trying to sound romantic than some of the others, but I think that's kind of why I like it. Now, don't harm me on this one. A lot of the other songs on here are better. Hell, in some regards, I think even some of the openings are technically better, but I kind of just prefer this one over the ones before it. I'll say this right now, though. I do kind of get excited every time I hear it's like, yeah, I'm going to watch one more episode. Just one more. And then I'll go to, oh, no, well, one more. And that's basically what the opening does to me in a nutshell. Yeah, that also got stuck in my head. But that's going to be a running theme. Lots of songs are going to get stuck in my head for this one. This is no exception, and that's why it's my number 29. Number 28. Elfen leads Lilim. Okay, I know at least one viewer that's going to have a really good grin on his face for this being on the list, especially since I've never actually seen the anime. And though I'm not sure how he's going to feel about it being this low. And the reason for that is twofold. One, yeah, again, I haven't seen the anime, so I'm kind of going to put it a little lower than the others. And two, I think it's a really beautiful song. Well, there is no second one. That's really the main reason. Anyways, I really do think this is a beautifully sad song. Very much in some of the same veins as some of the other ones I've mentioned previous to this. But I think this one does it a lot better. And we'll be talking more about that when I probably eventually watch the series. But until then, it is my number 28. Number 27, Neon Genesis Evangelion's A Cruel Angel's Thesis. Are you happy, Eva fans? At least it's not the bullshit ending. I really hate that ending. But, yes, A Cruel Angel's Thesis did make it on the list. But to be honest, and I'm going to agree with Arcada on this one, I think this opening is overrated as hell. Seriously, I think it's really overrated. Yeah, I admit, it's a good opening. It really is, but that's one of the few things I'll compliment the show on. But I really think it's a little overrated and people overhype it a little too much. And that is why it's my number 27. Number 26. Full Metal Panic's third opening for the second raid. Okay, I don't actually know the name of this song, but I'll be very honest. I think either the first or the third could have made it on this list. So why did I pick the third? Because I think it's just that tiny bit better. It's a pretty short opening, but gets the point across very well. And I think does a good enough job. And does get me pumped to see the episode. And heck, it even shows previews of characters we, at the time of the first episode of the third season, haven't met yet, but will be meeting. Honestly, I really like this theme, but I can understand why most people wouldn't. It can be a little annoying at times, but it's not for me, and that's why it's my number 26. Number 25, F, A Tale of Memories, Euphoric Field. I really gotta applaud something about this opening. Most anime openings are in Japanese, but you get those rare occasional ones that are in English. And I applaud any time a Japanese show tries to have English lyrics. Failure or not. And this one's no exception, except, you know what, this one's good. It's not going to be the last one of its kind here either, but I applaud it for trying. And as for the song itself, much like the show, it's beautifully sad. But there's a twinge of hope there, even if it's just a small amount. So I think it's the perfect opening to F, A Tale of Memories. And that is why it's my number 25. Number 24, the Digimon English theme. Okay, some people are probably going to be calling, what the hell, for putting this on here and this high. But I have it for two reasons. One, yes, some of it is nostalgia. But two, I do genuinely like this. A while back, I listened to the Digimon theme songs, and I have for years, and I still love them to this day. And it's not nostalgia, I just genuinely like them. I think they give full energies, I think they're kind of corny, yes, but that's kind of part of the joy of it. They're corny. And if you want to know which of the first 3 seasons English theme is my personal favorite, it's the third. But that's besides the point. Either way, it is my number 24. Number 23, Medaka Box's second opening. Okay, again, I know some people do prefer the first opening to Medaka Box, and that's understandable, but I don't know, I like this one. This one gave an energy that I don't think the first opening quite had right. But I think this one had a more energy to it, and more like, yes, I want to listen to this, and I want to watch this episode. That's one of the things I mainly look for in openings, and I think it does rather well, even if the events of the opening do not fit the season itself. Well, completely at least. Some of them do, some of them don't. But either way, it is my number 23. Number 22, Data Live's second opening, Trust Your Arms. Okay, this is by far the newest of the theme songs, and by far this is so far becoming one of my personal favorites. Really enjoying this opening because it's giving off such energy to make me want to watch more of Data Live's second season. And I gotta be honest, when it's used in the scenes, right in opening scenes, especially the latest episode 4, it's just downright awesome to listen to. Now, if I could say anything problematic about it, I think it's just a little too new to be any higher. But if it keeps it up the way it is, it might end up on a higher spot, maybe in another remake countdown. But for now, it is my number 22. Number 21, Death Note's first opening. Okay, back to my explaining something. I've not actually watched very much of Death Note, so once again, it's a little lower, but I really have to admit that this opening is dark, and I think gives a very good feel to the show. Even has some of the look to the show too, so I'm really happy about that. Again, though, and that's pretty much what I want, and it also is more energetic to me than the second opening, and that's why I prefer this one. And that is why it is my number 21.